Great Glacier upgrade did happen last night, and it was around 3 or 4 a.m. And that was basically Ethereum scheduled upgrade at block 15,000 or 15,050,000. It happened not on the 29th, but on the 30th, late in the evening or early in the morning. Excuse me. And now you end up with a position where what this was a delaying of the difficulty bomb to mid-September of 2022. For miners, this obviously means that the difficulty goes back down and then your revenue and profitability goes up. It's a little early to tell how good revenue is going to be, and you're going to have to give it a couple days. We can get some ideas on what's happening though. A very interesting one that people are asking me about, of course, is this huge dip in hash rate. So you need to understand something. When an upgrade like this goes in, everybody is required to upgrade their nodes. Now, what do mining pools need as part of their setup, and what do miners need? They need a node to mine to. So when you see a big dip off of hash rate like this, well, what you could basically assume is not necessarily that the hash rate is going off the network, to be clear, because you can see it start to recover now as we just refresh the page and it's back up over 800 terahash a second. But that mining pools have not upgraded their nodes, and miners that are solo mining have not upgraded their nodes. We can see if this is the case by utilizing something like mining pool stats and scrolling down and seeing how many pools are still offline. And as you can see here, we have all of these pools that are still at invalid block heights. What does that mean? That means that they didn't upgrade their nodes. Okay, so this hash rate's not going on and reporting to the network. Now, the difference between the hash rate here and the hash rate here is this one will still record, of course, some of the nodes that aren't upgraded, right? So down here, you can see we have some like 20 gigahash still showing here, whatever it is, right? And other nodes that haven't upgraded. Here's more of what's happening on the actual network, showing around 777 terahash. If we refresh, we should be, okay, well, it's still showing 777. So essentially what we have is not necessarily a decrease in hash rate due to necessarily actual miners turning off, but either just laziness or complete just not technical difficulties for upgrading nodes. So I want to make that clear so everybody's kind of on the same page. I wouldn't expect the hash rate to stay low. Also, if you're moving back to Ethereum from another network, make sure that the pool is upgraded on their node. You can do that once again by heading to, of course, the mining pool stats and making sure that they are, you know, not in this case of invalid block heights, right? So that's pretty much what you can do as far as all of that is concerned. So then what else did it result in? Well, it resulted in a significant decrease in the network difficulty, which is expected. We went down from 14.22 to 12.66. What's the relevance in this? Well, the less amount of difficulty, essentially, the more likely you are to be more profitable or generate more revenue. So you should start seeing more revenue come into, of course, your Ethereum wallets from your miners. This is all good news. Now, I did have a question that was asked on Twitter as well, I believe by Rabid Mining, and that was due to the block times. So let's go get the block times are still over 15 seconds. Well, why would that be? Well, block times are a indirect correlation to the hash rate. So if you have more hash rate coming on the network, your block times can be decreased. If you have less, you know, more of it coming off of the network, then your block times are going to increase. So we did decrease the actual block times by about a second. It was expected to be more around 14 seconds. However, due to nodes not upgrading, miners hopping off, continue to, you know, go down that equation, you end up having higher block times. What does this mean for the Ethereum core devs? If the hash rate stays off the network, then there will be some concern about this difficulty bomb delay not being enough, okay? And that is because really this was supposed to get it under 15 seconds. It's still above 15 seconds. Hash rate's not being added onto the network. Miners are liquidating their equipment, not continuing to mine on the network, and you end up in a situation where you have higher than expected block times. This is why the delay was done. But however, like I said, it's maybe not enough, right? So it's too little and maybe even too late, right? So they need to probably delay again, to a certain extent, right? Just to reduce these block times. Now that's going to have to be reviewed tomorrow. We'll take a look again, see if some of this hash rate recovers. My assumption is by tomorrow, we should be around 900 terahash on the network. I think we will see that recovery, and the difficulty will probably be around 13, right? P. So I would expect this difficulty number to go back up above 13. Let's refresh this. It's kind of leveled out at 12.37. And I expect this number to get back up to around 900, right? Somewhere around there. So that's what I'm seeing. You're going to see higher hash rate times at night as well too. Right now we're in the heat of the day, right around noon. So now's really going to be like the lowest that we see. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com, where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.